Hello, this is Michael Stumo of the Coalition for a Prosperous America. I'm the CEO. I'd like to talk to you about the big trade news this week, which is President Trump taking action under Section 301 of the 1974 Trade Act to protect America against China's economic aggression. That economic aggression is year after year of forced technology transfer, technology theft, and the like by China from the U.S. and its companies. The three actions the president took yesterday were, number one, put up 50 billion tariffs on $50 billion worth of Chinese imports. The products that are going to be targeted are aerospace, machinery, as well as information technology. Those are areas or products that have benefited from the technology theft. Number two, the U.S. Trade Representative is going to bring a case against China at the WTO for what's called adverse licensing restrictions, which I'll explain shortly. Number three is that the President is instructing the Treasury Department to find ways to restrict China's incoming investment where they buy companies in the U.S. which have critical technologies critical to military infrastructure and other economic needs. This is one of the boldest actions we've seen in the post-World War II era. The basis for these actions is a massive report prepared by the U.S. Trade Representative's Office. President Trump told them to do it last year. It's a very detailed report outlining the astounding measures by which China has gone to siphon out the top technology from our country. They force companies who come to China to turn over their technology for free through joint ventures with Chinese companies. They don't let a U.S. company sell there unless they do so. Secondly, they may, in fact, require a coercive or an adverse licensing arrangement, which is what the WTO case is about. That's where China says, you, foreign company, cannot sell here unless you license your technology to one of our government-owned entities at below market rates. U.S. companies do so because they think they have to sell there in the short term, even though in the long term they're going to get kicked out of the market. Third is Chinese weaponized investment, in that when they invest here with their pile of cash gained through their trade surplus with us, they choose critical technologies, companies with those technologies, to buy them in various ways, joint venture, license, and to gain an advantage, geopolitical, military, or other economic advantage over us. That's what Treasury is going to start restricting. And lastly is cyber hacking. The Chinese government has sponsored outright hacking and theft of the core technologies of many U.S. companies, from American Superconductor to U.S. Steel to many, many others. So those actions are needed. It's a start. We appreciate it here at CPA that we're finally recognizing that a trade war has been ongoing against us and we have to respond. The Chinese have said they're going to retaliate. We'll see if they go through the WTO process, which is likely that retaliation will come in 18 to 24 months after the WTO process is tribunals have ruled. Or it could be something else next week. But the administration has said, and we agree, that this is an evolving, a strategic response. This is not the first response. China is going to move, will counter. The administration says they're going to counter move, and China will counter, and the administration will, et cetera, et cetera. So this will be ongoing. Now, agriculture is on the front line of any tariff struggle. They're always used as a threat for retaliation. CPA has farmers and ranchers who are not doing well this year. This is a horrible year for agricultural income. And so China, Europe, and others are threatening adverse action against agricultural goods. The administration has said they do have farmers and ranchers back. We tend to believe them, but we will see. Certainly agriculture needs to be protected from any retaliation, and the U.S. government needs to say that the full force of the government will come down on the heads of any country that threatens our farmers and ranchers. But as a whole, these are necessary steps. Ultimately, we need to get into a concerted tariff strategy to neutralize foreign country mercantilism. We need to have a comprehensive competitiveness strategy to make sure that the U.S. preserves and grows current industries as well as industries of the future. We need exchange rate management so that our dollar overvaluation problem goes away, so that our goods and services are no longer too pricey on global markets because of a too strong dollar. So that's my report for today. A lot going on, and we look forward to working with you and as well as the administration and Congress to get this right in the future.